I'm gonna hide in the dome for the next one. I'm kind of kidding, but kind of not. It's supposed to detonate. And if you've seen this channel for more than 2 videos, you might know that I jump and scream at loud noises because I really don't like them. And it's very likely that that's gonna be what happens. Nate has been very kind and has said that he's willing to throw it for me.
Yes, kind, that's why.
So if you look around the edge, you'll sort of see that there's this ridge. Now that's actually fuse. That leads into a small explosive. This outside is squishy, it's actually styrofoam, and on the inside, you can hear it. Put it next to my mic. It's full of the powder. And from what I could tell when they had pulled one open and dumped out the powder, it looks very much like the powder you find in an ABC fire extinguisher, or even one for grease fires. So I'm very curious to see what happens. I'm gonna hand it to Nate, and I'm gonna walk away.
It does say on it that as long as it's been touched for 3 to 5 seconds by flame reaching 70 degrees C. So I don't think it's supposed to blow up on contact. It goes in and then that fuse she was talking about lights it off. So I'm going to try and just toss it into the fire and then run. Hopefully it catches, pops, and puts out a lot of fire. All right, here goes. Putting out a fire. Well, it popped. I saw a lot of fire extinguisher powder go places, and it looks like it put out about as much as the first vase.
Interesting.
Should I try the other one and try and get it more centered?
Yes, carefully. Well, I mean, carefully for you, put it in there.
I gotta say though,
I'm disappointed.
I'm pretty unimpressed with that.
Yeah.
This time there's a little bit of a divot, kind of right top center, and I'm gonna try and just kind of toss it right into there to maybe hold it in a better spot. The ideal result with one of these. Oh, it still moved. I feel like that is all of our fire putting out powder.
Yeah, it went up.
With the throwable vase, when we threw it in, it put out a small area. When we poured it in, it put out more of an area. And then with the fire extinguisher exploding balls, they really didn't do very much. So I want to do a comparison of just a standard 16.9 fluid ounce water bottle. I want to try setting one in to see if it will pop itself open at all. And then I'm going to try just opening one and pouring it over the fire and see how those compare to our specialty fire extinguishers. Obviously, there is a lot of thermal mass in the water, and it's absorbing all of the heat. That's a fun little fountain that formed. I think that was right where there was an air bubble, and so it melted faster. Now it's like peeing the fire out a little bit at a time. Ooh, 2 streams, that's tricky. It just keeps forming new leaks everywhere as there's like a little air bubble that's able to melt open. Everywhere that's in contact with the water, not really going anywhere. There's also a little bit of water dripping out the cap. That's enough waiting, I think. I'm gonna see how much of the fire I can put out with 1 water bottle. That was a significant amount. There is a lot of steam, which could still burn you if you're trying to run through it, but better than just fire. It didn't put all of it out. There's still fire in there, of course. But I think that worked at least as well as the throwable vases, and definitely better than the AFO exploding ball fire extinguishers. So, also an option. Not as pretty, but you can just take water and pour it on if it's this type of fire. Obviously, if it's a grease or metal fire, not a good plan.
Our last one, Class ABC fire extinguisher.
Still a little bit down, and oh, it's coming back, but...
What did we do to this fire?
It's just hot.
Okay.
But look how much less there is.
Yes.
After that thing. With the bomb things, it popped and you'd still just be like, no, I'm gonna die before I can run through that. With this, it put a lot of it out. At least for a few seconds, you'd be like, well, at least the flames aren't like jumping up to my face.
Yeah, so you can run through it.
It did not get 100%, but it did suppress it. And everywhere there's still a lot of powder, it's like not coming back.
The base ones, it's really good if you have kids. They can't maybe operate a fire extinguisher, and if you need them to have something in the room that they can throw, that might be helpful.
It's also the most attractive one.
It is, it's true. But guys, get a fire extinguisher. put it in your house.
That also, like, you sprayed and then just kept spraying, and compared to the other ones, were just boom, gone.
Gone,
And
yeah.
this you could aim, move around, get other angles a little bit, and you were able to just keep putting more out. So this obviously contained a lot more of the fire suppressant.
So yeah, the vases actually worked a lot better than we expected.
Water, good for putting out fires. Some fires, at least. Fire extinguishers, better for putting out fires.
Is there anything else you want to see us try with fire extinguishers or those AFO balls? Let us know.